Hey kids, what time is it? It's Scott time. Hey, Scott time. Ding, 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 ding. I have to do a song. And I'm back. Hey, no one expected this, not even myself, to be back with Ralite. Ralite in the house. Thing is, I'm Portuguese, and half of the time I don't understand what Ralite is talking about. Because, Ralite. I don't understand. But anyway, I make an effort and I try to learn stuff to share with you today. And yeah, well, Red is now 25. He's a 25-year young artist from New York, yeah. And now, from what I understand, he's on a journey. He's on a journey, like an inner journey and an outer journey as well. So, yeah, how can you, well, the transition between being a young person and being a responsible adult with a credit score and wanting to buy a house. And if you want to buy a house, people will expect you to have money. If you're an artist, they go, okay, can you pay cash? If you can pay cash, that's fine. You can be a good artist paying cash. They have no problem with cash. By the way, cash is the only thing that everybody in the world agrees on. It's cash, it's money, okay? God, many people have different gods, religions, sexual orientations, kinks, eating disorders, tattoos, sports clubs, activities, whatever you want. One thing everybody has in common is the belief in money. So money is the new God. So this is like a takeaway sort of thing. Because remember Bin Laden? Bin Laden, he hated America. So, oh, fuck America. Oh, man, America. I want to kill all the Americans. I don't want anything from America. And someone goes, how about American dollars? And he goes, oh, American dollars, of course, darling. Give it to me. Give them to me. As many as you can. So I can buy some planes and shit. So yeah, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing becoming an adult because you don't have a plan. And your kids, when you were a kid, you hoped that your parents would have a plan for you. That they were somehow managing shit around you so that you could grow up and fulfill a part in this big plan of your parents. But when you have a kid, I have two, you don't have a plan. Your plan is to try and get laid from time to time, not live on the streets, and maybe get some money to buy some shit. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's it. Then you have to pretend to be interesting and to be cultivated and stuff if you want to get laid a bit more. If you're not, you can be cheating or not cheating or whatever, but it's pretty much it. And then you have to pretend for your kids' sake to have a plan. That's more or less what you do in life. And if you're an artist, I'm an artist, I'm a comedian. Unfortunately, no one understands me as a comedian. I go to a coffee place and I say, well, give me a coffee, and they don't understand me. They bring me a beer. That's how further I am into not misunderstanding. Yeah, darlings, that's it. This is got time for you. Yeah. And I came up with a movie idea. An Oscar-winning. Listen to me, darlings. An Oscar-winning movie idea. It's something that has never been seen before, never been done, never been seen. All right. So, wow, this is an explosion of creativity. So I talked to this guy. I asked him, hey, this is my idea. Are we going to do this? No. And he goes, oh yeah, a dark story written by a shitty comedian. And I go, yeah, that will be the log line. Come on, I'll put my life into this project and, oh yeah, it's a dark story by a shitty comedian. How easy is that? Just to dismiss people. And by the way, and a piece of advice, if you're building a company, if you're creating a business, if you're being an artist, please tell all your loved ones and people you know to fuck off, because the ones that are going to buy your product, that are going to watch your shit, that are going to read your books are strangers. People who don't know you, who don't even have the pretension of knowing you, okay? So keep that in mind. Feedback is nice, but people they just, if you ask them for opinions, they will think, oh no, this guy wants a critique, and they will do a critique, and they will put you down, because they're pieces of shit. Everybody you love is a piece of shit. There you go. So you also, by extension, are a piece of shit. As much as myself. And by the way, Ralite is telling me, oh yeah, he sent me a video with some Japanese shit. And Naruto, because Naruto they have these bandanas and stuff, so you can wear a bandana and pretend you have a mask. Yeah, and like that you can breathe as much coronavirus as you want, and no one will disturb you. But I like the Japanese bit, so now I'm going to do the next minute or so for you in Japanese. Are you ready? You didn't know I spoke Japanese, did you, darlings? But you will enjoy this now, and I will read some of let's do that. I will read some of the Ralite's posts on Instagram in English, and then I will read them in Japanese. All right? So I'll read like 6 or something, and then I'll do them in Japanese. A while back, I was listening to a lot of country, and I realized these guys haven't touched on the esoteric. I, Ralite, as a songwriter, have united country and the esoteric. So it is written, so it is done. Sure, I agree that country music doesn't really touch. I miss home, there's the road, there's the mountains, blah, 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 blah. I want to get laid. My ass is itching. That's all country is about. Regardless, though, thank you. On the mic. Okay, so when you're on the mic and you're singing or rapping, the feeling inside is kind of similar to an orgasm. Here it's an orgasm, if I'm explaining that right. So it kind of sucks I haven't been in the studio for like 2 years. If you love me, pay my studio time. Happy birthday, here's some socks. Alright? One does not take shrooms. One becomes one with the shrooms. This will be cool in Japanese. Worry not the physical focus on your connection to God. Tough day, here's 15 seconds of silliness. There's a lot more of that. Discipline yourself to see the blessing in disguise. Whether I'm writing or singing, know from the heart I am giving. Fuel up with reasons that might go over your head like a ceiling. I'm vibing with feelings close to home, close to home. Now, darlings, the famous painter's wife was blind. Love is what kept them combined. Yeah, and the fact that she was blind and she couldn't see how ugly he was. Right, are you ready for the Japanese? Here we go. So we license the now so we should have an now the back of the vote. Snell the fellows snap the method. Sing I run. More who's so sing lift young enough. Nearly sickle the hair of them as the following. Nearly my had fun. Nearly song is now murder. Six in yourself, but he's was twice saying listen. I don't know say this was the cast need say yeah but not just can crying us what fuck is if it's on your own. See if I look, he looks it. Smoosh it. No, no. Smoosh it on the no. Yeah, right. Scots must be there be mass the list here. In very fit. So you use the alphabet and then it has select this. Out and up scheme of it. This is the ground theory. As I don't know, it's really miss an accident and if you are wrong in a string, you can, but no, you never was it. Yeah, but not. Wait, yes, so it's a lugger. Cyberstation, what's that? Yes, this is time. Step, fail, taking bad. So there's my door, was it more similar? Statt ihr gesagt, ihr seht mich nicht. Das ist ja. Not the was, Mr. Zidus. Here I was saying that you're not the county. I don't want to say that around. Here I was saying not that. Never say not that. Never say I see Jelly ran. It's not for the lotion itself like a blow. Now, darlings, did you enjoy that? That was wonderful, wonderful Japanese. It was classical Japanese, not one of those dialects you hear in manga and all that shit. It was classical, academical Japanese. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's the thing. Scott time. Scott Fins coming back to a podcast. I never expected in my whole career that spans now over at least 20 days to come back to a podcast. And well, I don't know what is, why he's doing this to himself, inviting me over to talk shit in his podcast. But here I am. And by the way, get some merch going. There's some nice t-shirts, if you're ugly, and you buy one of Ralite's t-shirts, you'll be ugly cool. You will still be, if you ugly ass, but you look cool, right? So yeah, get some of that merch. Yeah, I just sing. It's it's some hot stuff here. Yeah, like if you have muscles and shit, it'll be cool. If you're fat like me, one of those I don't know what the name is. It won't look too good on you. You look like a painter, but the painter that paints buildings and stuff, not a painter like Van Gogh or something like that. But yeah, thinking about all these things, I today I wanted to talk about something that all I said before was shit. Now I would like to talk to you about people who have beliefs. People who believe in things like some people believe in energy, some people believe in unicorns, some people believe in chemtrails, some people believe in stupid shit like democracy or something. And by the way, if you vote, what is your vote? Who will you vote for? Tell Ralite. No, I'm kidding. Don't tell him. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to be disappointed in your stupidity. If you vote the other way, if you vote like him, he will be happy that you are clever. But anyway, no, don't tell anybody who you are voting for, because it's private and no one cares. So especially, no one gives a fuck about for who you vote. You have two choices. There's the old orange guy and the old orange guy. Wow. Well done there, America. You go for, you get that voting there. Anyway, vote for someone. In Europe, we laugh. We have fun with America, saying, "Oh, crazy you guys are in this moment." But anyway, not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about beliefs. So people who believe in crap like democracy. When I talk to someone who has beliefs, I love it, especially when that person believes that they have said enough and they shut the fuck up. That's very nice. It's like that silence. It just, it's such a relief when they shut up. It's like when you hit yourself in the head with a hammer. You're hitting yourself and then you stop and you go, "Oh man, I'm so glad I stopped hitting myself with the hammer. It feels so good to not being hit on the head with the hammer. Why didn't I stop earlier?" That's a question you can ask yourself. So that's one person with beliefs. Two people with beliefs, it starts to be annoying. Well, if they have different beliefs, if one is for Biden and the other one is for Trump, I enjoy trying to provoke a fight, a fist fight between them. Say, Trump's an asshole. And oh no, and Biden is senile. So fight. And they fight. If not, if they have the same belief, it's a new word, belief. Do you believe me? Believeth. Anyway, if they have the same belief, then I would strongly suggest to them that they get a room and they sit on each other's face in private. Because I don't want to be there. I don't want to listen to it. I don't have an opinion. I don't care about their beliefs, right? Because I'm too arrogant to care. And I found this out recently. So if someone comes talking about their belief and I go, "Oh man, I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. So don't expect me to have an opinion. I'm a simple guy. I like beer. I like tits. And I'm not too fond of beer. Sorry, did I say tits? Sorry, I meant titties. I like titties. I like the word titties. I like the word titties more than what I like actually watching people's mammalia breasting. Yeah, this the word. I don't like titties in French. For titties in French, it's not nichon. It doesn't make. It's not a nice word. So I like titties, but only in English. That's it. And if I say tits in Spanish or in Portuguese, it's like the cow's tits, and then there's no comedic value to it. So yeah, people with beliefs, they really kind of annoy me. Yeah. And if you have 3 people or more, if you have a group of people with the same belief, man, that's North Korea, straight. They go, "Follow the leader, follow the leader. Hey, follow the leader." And if you don't follow the leader, your skull will be crushed with a cement cake, a concrete cake that will crash your skull to tiny specks of crap. That's what it does. That's what they do to you if you have an opinion, if you dare think by your own head. So yeah, I even had a nightmare. I had a nightmare about these people. Did I say a nightmare? I meant a day horse, not a nightmare. I had a day horse about people with big beliefs. Like there was Bigot Man. It's like these superheroes. There was Bigot Man and the Acolyte, his sidekick, the Acolyte. Invigilating everybody. There was racist guy building the wall. Keep those Mexicans out. That's it. And monocause, the activist, monocause. You know, those people who have one single cause in life. Just checking if I'm still here. One single cause in life, and they want their thing. They don't care if they have to put babies on spikes to get that thing that they want. You know, like this guy's monocause, his cause was the Afghan mosquitoes. And he goes demonstrating in Washington. Hey, protect the Afghan mosquito. He deserves to live. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. But he's pro-choice. He likes to choose which baby goes on which spike. Get the baby, put it on the spike and say, this is for the Afghan mosquito. Yeah. But anyway, the ones I really, really like is the ones that commit all the way. And unfortunately, the one I had an encounter with doesn't commit all the way. And it's, I was there doing my little thing. I was giving some abdominal thrusts to a lady from behind to make her feel better, to make her enjoy life. And I start listening to this song. And it was super feminist. Oh, super feminist. Like with one shaved leg and a little cape, a little stupid cape in the back. I'm super feminist. Let go of that woman, you pig. And I go, I can explain. And she goes, you can mansplain more like you patriarchal. She can't even pronounce patriarchal. Patriarchal bastard. Get away from her. So I got away from her. And since that day, I never again performed the Heimlich maneuver. And the lady died. So that hey for feminism. Anyway, she doesn't, super feminist, she doesn't commit all the way. She shaves only one leg because we're not, feminists don't agree yet if you should shave your legs or not. So she has one boob job, like a part-time boob job. That's good, a part-time boob job. That's a good one. Because she doesn't know. There's the fact of putting mammalian implants into your body. Is that pro-feminist? Is that against feminism? Is that body positive, or is that objectification of the woman? What is it? I think you should let women do whatever the fuck they want and leave them alone and don't tell them what to do. But that's just me. So yeah, and we're not ready to know because the feminist jury is out and they said they'll be ready in 5 minutes. So we can be quite sure that it will take a few years to have some good information on this. Yeah, so that's... And another thing I would like to talk about, it's the temples of love. Temples of love. Yeah, there's a few. There's the Taj Mahal in India. And the Taj Mahal was built in honor of the emperor's wife who died giving birth to her 14th child. Can you imagine that? A woman giving birth to 14 children without any drugs. No, they didn't exist back then. Yeah. I think this woman, I think she was lazy. You know, if you give birth to 14 and you die, you could make an effort and give birth to 15. And we go, oh yeah, she gave birth to 15 kids, not 14. 14 is like, oh man, it could have been better. She was like, oh, I have to take care of my career. Oh, I don't want to spend my life taking care of kids. So yeah. By the way, I wonder how it works with all the giving birth sort of thing, because you have, for the first one, there's like a big watermelon that you have to make the watermelon go through a hole that could usually hold a cucumber, or for some people a grapefruit, but usually a cucumber. That's the first birth. But the 14th, I think she was like, she was talking to a girl, say, hey, the other day my neighbor came, she told me, this was the lady, who was 9 months pregnant. She told me, you give, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're giving water to your big dog, your Rottweiler, and it makes a lot of noise. And she goes, and I said, oh no, that was my husband eating my pussy. Ah! And then when she is laughing, she's and she has one contraction. Maybe it's not even a contraction because the baby is ripe. It's like an apple on a tree. It's ripe, it falls. And it fell by her feet. And she has these little white shoes, and they were disgusting. So, oh, fuck, man. Now my shoes are disgusting. What am I going to do now? Right? So she tries to go and get a basket or a trash bag, something to put the baby in. And she stepped on the placenta, and she slipped and she died. So that was a tragic. And then the husband, he goes, oh, fuck, man. This is weird. So let's make a temple. Let's make this huge tomb that Japanese people can come in front and take pictures. And they go, oh, take a picture of me. Take a picture. Picture. Do portrait mode. You know portrait mode? Do the portrait mode. You don't know the portrait mode? Where do you come from if you don't know portrait mode? So the Taj Mahal like that. Tower of Pisa like that. Eiffel Tower. Sunset. So they do all the pictures. Another temple of love is the balcony of Juliet. You know Romeo and Juliet? Well, Romeo and Juliet is the story of the two most stupid people in the world. Suicidal virgin teenagers. Wow, Twilight. That's Twilight of the 1500s or whatever the fuck it was. So yeah, they both want to get laid. And this story is Shakespeare. He stole this story from Epictetus, the Ovid, the Metamorphosis, whatever, in Greece. Anyway, and the original story was a lot more interesting than Romeo and Juliet. But anyway, these two kids, they're 17. They want to get laid. I get it. He goes, oh, yeah, you want to get laid with me? Yeah, I want to get laid. The same voice. I want to get laid. Okay, let's meet. Where do we meet? Oh, we meet in the chapel. Okay. So I get a message. And there was coronavirus at the time of Romeo and Juliet. You have to know that. There was the coronavirus, the plague. So she sends a message saying, oh, look, I'm going to pretend to be dead so that people bring me to the chapel because I'm too fucking lazy just to walk over and I have to be carried as a corpse. But of course, in those days, you know, there was the plague and stuff, the masks, and they have to, anyway. Romeo didn't get the message. So he gets there and he sees Juliet lying dead. And he washed his dick extra hard that day. Like you do when you go on a date, you really wash your privates really, really well. But then you're nervous and you go to pee before the date, so that's a bit stupid. But anyway, he did that. And he was like, oh man, she's dead. I knew it. I thought I was going to get laid. I always think that, and it never happens. And now she's dead. He even looked around to see, well, maybe he had an idea. But unfortunately, the only good idea that came to his mind was suicide. Yeah, let's kill ourselves. Why not? Oh, so he goes, and the first stab he misses, and he goes, oh man, oh fuck, it hurts. Oh, and he misses. So I'm not going to die from this. Man, I have to go back to school tomorrow. No. So he rips off the sword, and then he really stabs himself in the heart, and he turns the sword like 3 or 4 times just to make a nice round hole. You could like a see-through thing. And at the moment, listen to me, darlings, the moment when it's too late, you know, when you know that you can't be saved anymore, she wakes up, and she goes, hey, what a fucking idiot. All the blood that was supposed to go inside your dick is now on my shoes. The same as the lady in the Taj Mahal. It's disgusting. Who is going to devirginate me now? Well, that question could have been answered in a funnier way, because if she knew what we know today, she said, well, there'll be plenty of dick for you, darling. Don't you worry. But anyway, that's a different story. So what does she think? Oh, how about suicide? Yes, I'm 17. I'm a virgin. I'm a 17-year-old virgin. Why don't I just kill myself? Said, hey, that's a plan. Yeah. And then, so they're both dead. Well done there. And their families that couldn't stand each other, by a miracle, oh, I'm so sorry, I was such a bitch to you. Oh, don't worry, me too, I was like Karen and Kyle. Different families. And then they become friends. Wow, isn't that inspiring? No, it's not, it's stupid. Modern, whatever family, they would go, hey, your daughter's a slut. It's her fault if our son died. They go, no, your son is an idiot. Look at him. He stabbed himself in the heart. What a fucking idiot. And he even missed. Look, there's the wound on the belly. He's a moron. And they would kill each other, as they do. So that would be the end of Romeo and Juliet. But the funny thing about Romeo and Juliet is that it's in Verona, in Italy, right? Now, Shakespeare, if he existed, there's debate on that as well. The jury is out with the feminists trying to decide if he existed or not. Anyway, or if it was a man or a woman, we don't care. Shakespeare never went to Italy. He just wrote some shit about some town. He just heard, hey, I need a place for this. I could do it in Stoke-upon-Avon. Oh, that sounds stupid. And someone, hey, Verona. Oh, it's Verona. And he just wrote it, because he had a little computer at those days. He just wrote Verona. It's funny. How would you mime? You would mime Shakespeare writing Romeo and Juliet with a keyboard. That's funny. That's comedy genius for you, darlings. Scott time here for you. And he never went there. He never knew any families in Verona or whatever, right? But some families didn't like each other in town, and one had a little window on the street, and they said, hey, there's some money to be made here. And they made the balcony, and they said, oh, this was the house of Juliet. And here is where she just stood by the window. And fucking bunch of morons go there to take pictures of themselves in front of that shit. Oh, I've been to the balcony of Juliet. No, you haven't. You have been to one fucking balcony. No Juliet ever even existed. And they go, oh, yeah, I found, well, it's a bit stupid, isn't it? I paid $10,000 to do this trip to come here. I thought it was romantic. No, there's no romance in that. Suicide and tourist ripoff. There you go. Romeo and Juliet for you. Suicidal, tourist, ripoff, Twilight. Like, go to the high school of Twilight. Yeah, darlings, that's the world we live in today. So, and there's another temple of love that I won't talk about today that has something to do with fist fucking, but you don't want to hear that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this new episode of Rallight's podcast with Scott Fins coming back for some Scott time. I hope you enjoy the Japanese, and if you are wise, I will do another day. If I come back one day, I will do something in Portuguese. Until now, or until then, get some fucking merch and support Rallight, because he's paying me $10,000 for this. So he needs, he just put his whole life on hold to have me saying this amount of crap to you. So I wish you a Merry Christmas. Goodbye.